Hi Cancer, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be doing your general messages for Sunday the 17th to Saturday the 23rd, having to do with career / money and also relationship. With the relationship, I'm going to timestamp in the description box below. I'm going to be pulling two spreads, one for you, one for an energy that you're dealing with, and see what we get with that. I'm going to start off with career first. And when I say career, it's career where you're working for your own money, but anything to do with money. So it could be an insurance payout, any sort of settlement, inheritance, waiting on a loan, anything having to do with money. So let's get right into that. Let's pull a couple of crowning energies for that. Our Cancer friends, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope you guys are doing great today. You guys might be feeling some shift in what it is that you actually even want to do, because we have the Uranus and Mars conjunction in Taurus. It's happening at 6 degrees exact on like Tuesday into Wednesday. Black Moon Lilith is involved. We're all going to be feeling it. It's going to be weird energy this week. Very not good energy this week. Doesn't mean that we're not going to have great things happen to us though, because that's ridiculous, because we will. It's not going to be all bad. Now you guys are going to be feeling a lot of this energy though in your 11th house of goals and wishes, the house of gains, friends. So you might have some stuff go on with friends this week. Just a little something to keep in mind. But I feel like there's going to be some changes for the better ultimately. Now, when it comes to some sort of money situation, whether it's what you're doing right now, something that you want to get into, we have entrapment. Now, this could even go let's say, for example, if you're a student and you've reached a certain point in study and you feel kind of stuck, or you've put in 15 years in a job already, 10 years, whatever it is, and you feel like I have to keep doing this, I'm stuck. Or if you can feel very trapped in some sort of situation having to do with some sort of legal settlement, right? So, and these are the different ways that entrapment can work out. But let's see what we end up getting. And the reason I'm saying that is, we have the Pluto conjunct the Sun in Capricorn Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That's for you guys. It's going to be happening in your 7th house of partnerships. But then it goes into your 8th house on Wednesday as the Sun goes into Aquarius. And it's going to be joining Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury in there. So it's going to be a lot of focus on that 8th house. And the 8th house is a money house. It has to do with the money that you get from the settling of lawsuits. So if you're waiting for the culmination of anything having to do with anything financial, getting that loan for the business, getting that mortgage, finding out about an inheritance situation, finding out about maybe your retirement if you're in that stage of your life, something to do with that. But the 8th house is anything that's cyclical. It's also going to be impacting the relationship sector, because it is intimacy and how we show up as a we in relationship, right? It's a big house. There's a lot, but there's going to be a lot of focus there for you, just so that you guys know. No place like home. I let you listen. To have the entrapment in no place like home tells me that there is something, if this has to do with your physical career, what like you're getting up and going to do, Cancer, I feel like a lot of you guys are questioning what it is that you're doing right now. Is it something that you feel that resonates with your core and what you really want to be doing right now? We have 8th house, we have Aquarius, and we have Jupiter. Jupiter is about luck and expansion. Aquarius is about doing something differently. It's about the future. And the 8th house, again, as we just mentioned, has to do with cycles, ending and beginning. This has to do with really looking at the past, understanding that something may need to be ended in order for you to try a new approach in some way. Let's see what the Astro card is. Jupiter is a great energy, though, to get with the Astro dice. It's about luck and expansion. And it's a rule Sagittarius, which is about moving forward with integrity. And by the way, it's going to be a lot of healing for you in your house of integrity, that 9th house, because Chiron's in there for you guys. And it's trining the nodal energies. So, in a nutshell, what this means is that 9th house has to do with education, higher education, your belief system, your moral code, your moral compass, your integrity, everything that you believe, right? And what is the nodal axis is impacting your 6th and your 12th house. So especially the 12th house, it's the North Node. You have to tap into your subconscious and what it is that you really, really want to do. I feel like you guys are going into a period where you're going to feel so connected to yourself and what it is that you truly want deep inside, in the deepest part of yourself. So really, oh my gosh, look at this. As I'm talking, look what came out. North Node. Yeah, this is 12th house energy. This is 12th house is what's hidden, where you might not even be talking about. See, you might not even have totally fully crystallized an idea or a vision in your mind of where it is that you want to go, but it's there. It's in your subconscious. And this is all about your destiny and what it is that you're meant to be doing. So it's got to be something that you feel very grounded, rooted, safe, secure, and at home in, right? And looking at where in the situation do you feel trapped? Where do you feel the sense of entrapment? Yeah. You know, and I brought that up with, you know, with fields of study, because I know, I mean, I oh my gosh, I mean, I run into that all the time with my students, you know, where they feel like they've gone just so far in their education. And it's like, how do you tell your parents after you put in a few years in college, guess what? I don't want to do this anymore. And I always tell them, say that, you know, and I changed my mind a bunch of times when I was an undergrad, you know, no time is a wasting if we're learning, right? Okay, let's see what we have. So I'm pulling cards here for the situation now, what might be blocking you, and the outcome energy. We're going to head these up with some Lenormand. Love it. Love when we get the lilies. Oh, Cancer, you're being called either by spirit or somebody who loves you very much on the other side. That's what the lilies in Lenormand is such a deeply connected energy, deeply connected. And the fact that you have Chiron trining the nodes and that North Node in your 12th house, so much healing is going to be going on. You're going to be coming to terms with something in a very, very deep way. It's also sextiling this really big change that you have going on in your 11th house of goals and wishes. So something is definitely like kind of knocking at your door. Now we have the Knight of Cups, which is all about a proposal and something that you really, really love. So with that proposal is going to come this conversation. So there's got to be this necessary conversation. That's the Two of Cups, right? It's a Venus and Cancer energy, and it really is a little checking about, okay, what do we, you know, because Venus is not only love, right? It has to do with self-esteem, self-respect, and money. So really looking at all of this and what it is that you need to feel very secure, looking at what's necessary as far as, you know, feeling at home in something, there being an important conversation. So this can absolutely be some sort of negotiation if you're dealing with some sort of lawsuit or needing to come to terms with something. But it going well. It does seem like it ends up going well. 10 of Cups is a great energy. This is about total love and support, family support, really, really good. Feeling happy, feeling very content in whatever's on the other side of this. And then we have this finally with the Page of Pentacles. So this is a very patient energy, you know, but it does incite a new cycle. You're going to need a lot of patience. There's going to be a lot of hard work put into something. But I have to tell you, that for those of you who are making the decision to transition into something else, you have so much beautiful support here. I'm talking from the other side and from this side. It does look like you do. You know, if you're trying to cook, you know, cooking something up in your brain as far as a new approach or a different strategy for your career, the trajectory of your path when it comes to what it is that you're doing for money. Now, for those of you who have to do with, again, any sort of negotiation, because we have proposal, we have a really good kind of conversation happening here, and it ends up inciting a new cycle. So really positive there, but let's check out your blocks. There's something that you're afraid to take a chance in. So it's like you have the idea, you have the fire in your belly to do it, but you may be really scared to do it. right? I mean, we have in Lenormand, the dice is that need to take a chance. What's also blocking you is some anxiety. You might be struggling with some anxiety, some depression, some ruminating thoughts. This is like, what if, what if, what if? But also you might be blocked in being able to fully crystallize how something is even supposed to turn out, right? Only because this is a Mars and Gemini energy, and Mars is very focused on bringing us onto our path that we're meant to be on. That's why Mars is the tower in tarot. It's like, no, that's not working for you. You have to come this way, right? So Mars and Gemini, Gemini is the swords with the 9 of swords, because Gemini is air. So it's these ruminating thoughts, 3 a.m. card, I call it, right? It's like, you know, what do I do? What's the right thing exactly? What's the right thing exactly? And then we have another block is the Knight of Swords, which indicates the delivery of truth that ends up inciting a lifestyle change. So you might even be perhaps arguing with somebody. This could be a significant other. This could certainly be like a business partner. This could be maybe negotiations at some point do get very heavy if you're dealing with some sort of like back and forth negotiation. Anything like that, but it's sort of because there is this level of assertiveness when it comes to this Knight of Swords. This is some sort of truth that needs to be looked at that incites change. So there may be some sort of truth or some matter of fact of the situation that might be blocking you, or maybe what you're doing, you know that requires you to maybe move, to maybe learn something new, and you're feeling blocked by the idea of that. Right? Maybe going back to school, moving, changing majors, having to do something like a big change, right? And we know, you know, Cancers don't like change, generally speaking. I don't know what else is in your chart. If you have a lot of heavy Sagittarius, you're not going to relate with that, what I just said. But generally speaking, the archetype does not really like a lot of change. So another block here is the Page of Cups, which would be this new position. You know, Page is a new cycle, and it would be a new cycle doing what it is that you love, right? This new opportunity, something that really resonates with you, that feels really good to you. Now, this could even be if you're negotiating something, even though something seemingly went pretty positive, it would seem like on its face, there's something about it that you're not feeling comfortable about, you know, and so we have to go back to the entrapment too. Like, are you being made to sort of say yes to something that maybe you really don't want to? You know, but we have the final blocked energy is the Fool, which is about feeling blocked and having a sense of fresh hope, being able to take that chance, right? We have take a chance, right? This Fool energy is Uranus. Uranus is all about, come on, let's go. It's that revolutionary energy, right? It's fresh path, a new perspective. Let's get this going. And it's like, you feel very blocked. You feel very blocked. Even though it seems like you might be getting all the support that you need. You might have all the tools in your toolbox, but it's like something feels unsafe to you or not comfortable enough for you to like pull the trigger on it right now. You know, and if that's what you're feeling, don't worry. It's the 17th to the 23rd. This is not a lifetime read, right? It's not a lifetime read. So let's go to I like the advice column starting out with the Tower. That's great. In Lenormand, the Tower is very positive. It's different than in Tarot. So the Tower shows an energy of support coming from outside of you, an external form of support. So this could be like a lawyer coming in and like taking care of some sort of legal situation. This could have to do with getting a new job. This could have to do with therapy. This could have to do with, you know, going to therapy and having that help you. Any sort of institution or any sort of external body of people outside of you that could serve as help. This could even be a bank giving you a loan. It could be that, okay? So whatever help you're getting here, right? There's always got to be this focus on the larger picture. The Ten of Pentacles is about maturity. Ten of Pentacles, right? It's about maturity. It's about the formulation of family, the ability to maybe retire. This is inheritance. This is the ability to leave a legacy. There are other people involved in this. So this has a very family vibe to it. Family. So I don't know, going back to No Place Like Home, we have the lilies. So some of you might be dealing with some sort of inheritance issue for sure. And how is that going to play out? Something to do with a family business, a family home, something like that. But the idea of family is definitely advised here, right? As part of the advice is to tap into the family element for some sort of help, some sort of guidance. Something that needs to be rectified within the family. Make sure that's paid attention to in a very supportive way, the best that you can. We have the Ace of Cups. Ace is brand new. Cups is a new proposal here. So this is a new proposal. The advice here is propose something that makes sense to you. Come up with an idea that you resonate with, that you can live with. Because it does seem like conversations are going on, and while it might seem okay to everybody, there's something about it that's not okay with you. Something about it that's not okay. So an additional advice card is the King of Wands. Yeah, I mean, pay attention to your safety and security, because King of Wands is about being really courageous in the face of something that you might feel a little challenged in. But don't be afraid to put a creative spin and approach on how something is being handled. Because at the end of the day, you really have to, with the King of Wands, you have to very much focus on not only doing what you love, Leo, King of Wands is Cancer and Leo, focusing on what you love to do, what you want to do, Leo, but feeling like you're going to get what you need out of it. And that's Cancer, right? I mean, Cancer is about home, metaphorical and literal. So for some of you, it's, you know, literally going to have to do with the sale of a home, something, again, having to do with inheritance, but focusing on loving what you do, feeling very passionate, but getting what you need at the same time. And here the final advice card is, it's time to walk away from the past. And it's time to start something new, because you're being called forward. The Three of Wands is not just a, come on, let's go. You know, it is a Sun and Aries energy, but what does all of that mean? It means you're getting recognition from someone external to you. It's almost like the, come on, Cancer, come work with us. Let's come do this idea. Let's build this business. Let's do this, fill in the blank. Come on, come on, come on, let's go. Don't look at the past. The past is done. Come forward. And it's this idea of really very much starting this new life, but in a teamwork way. And the Wands energy, because of the creativity, it increases your money. It expands you. This is about expansion. So the final outcome energy, we have the Rose in the birdcage, which is all about that rose is about commitment and loving what you do. Now, are you going to keep that in the gilded cage, or are you going to release it? So it does seem to me like you're going to have this choice to make, really, ultimately, keeping it real. Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to keep doing what you were doing, or are you going to go in this other direction? But I feel like you're going to be going. I mean, we got the Chariot is about action and change and moving away from something that hasn't been working for you, and really moving towards something that very much is resonating with you. Very supportive, very tolerant energy. Now, this could be somebody that you're meeting in work, or this could be just some support that you're getting. But you're going to love what you're doing. So we have the King of Cups with the King of Pentacles. We have two kings simultaneously, which means that this is a very strong choice that you're making here. There's a lot of strength involved. They're both upright. I love it. Solid and practical, doing what you love. Pentacles and emotions, loving what you do, loving how you make your money. This is great. This is great. And now the last card we have is the Hermit. So the Hermit is definitely, you're on a quest here, Cancer. There's no question. You're on a quest for your personal truth and what it is that you want to do. So you may not be there yet, but you know what path you're going on. The Hermit is all about, because it's a Virgo energy, it's all about problem solving. That's what Virgo is. Virgo, the problem solvers of the zodiac, they're the landlords of the 6th house. Now, for some of you, you're doing this because maybe you lost your job. Others of you are doing this because you made the decision to go off on your own, start your own business. But whatever it is, it's like it matters to you. This is what you're meant to do. It's not what your partner wants. It's not what you feel like you're supposed to do. It's not what your parents want, nothing like that. It's like your soul's calling. Wow. Really cool. Okay, my friends. let me know how that goes. Absolutely. That's a good one. That was a good, strong reading for you guys having to do with money or career. Something, even if it's a lawsuit, I see it just working out well for you. Beautiful. Very nice. Energies. Now let's go into love. All right. So let's do the Chakra Tarot for our Cancer friends. So we're going to start with you. So relationships, Cancer. Yeah, let's see. Let's see what comes up. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This could be a relationship that you're in, that you were in. The person's still energetically on you. Maybe you just met. Maybe you've been married many, many years. It'll be different for all of you, right? Okay, situation right now. Somebody new coming in. Just want to say sorry for the delay. I was just thinking, processing. 5 of Wands. Battle of the Wills. 5 of Wands. Yes. Rivalry, challenges, obstacles, situations that need to be addressed. But there's ego issue here. Saturn and Leo. When Saturn's in a sign, it brings out the shadow manifestation of that energy, right? So it's somebody being a little too focused on themselves. Cancer. And this can be an energy that you're dealing with, you know, because there's conflict here, being very focused on that. But then we have that clarified with the Wheel of Fortune. This is actually a good okay. So some sort of conflict is going on that's actually very good for you, that's pushing you into a turning point, that's like kicking off the energy of like luck and blessing. What? And then we have Temperance. Temperance is a beautiful energy. It's about balance and harmony and self-control, moderation, but it's a Sagittarius energy, which is about moving forward with integrity. Very positive. Temperance can also indicate meeting somebody new. And Princess indicates a new page. A page. Princess and Page are the same energies. It's a new cycle. Swords of Truth. There could be a lot of gossip surrounding some sort of situation that's going on with you guys too, if that makes sense. Like gossipy, prying eyes kind of thing. So as an aside, some of you guys might be dealing with that. But can I say, this is just very strange to me because I feel like I just said this to somebody, but it's almost like a bullet dodged energy where there's like this conflict and it's making you realize something. But let's look at what your block is. Let's look at what the block is going on here right now. We have the 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords is about self-imposed isolation, self-imposed imprisonment, having yourself stuck in a mental space regarding this relationship, and this is a block for you. There could be a lot of rumination, a lot of wait, I don't understand. So there may have been a conflict, an argument. Somebody was very focused on their own wants, needs, and desires, and it ended up being an argument, but it ended up being a blessing. But I don't feel like you actually see it as that right now. Because another challenge for you here is the 3 of Cups, which is, you know, the ability to feel very supported, being surrounded by friends, family. This is a little bit of a celebratory vibe. Let's get together, let's hang out. You just might not feel like it. You may not be in the vibe right now. You're not feeling like very happy right now or very joyous, right? We have the Sun is blocking you right now. And another block is the King of Coins, right? And this is the energy of being very solid, practical, and wise about something, right? Mental, physical, emotional connection. And you might just feel this block right now where it's like you can't see it because something is hurting you. But I have to tell you, like, we got the Three of Swords here, but I would expect to get the Three of Swords here. But the fact that we got the Wheel after the conflict, that's like, honestly, that's like bullet dodged. And you going into a new stage in your life where there's a healthier reciprocity that's going to be going on for you in relationship. But let's see what the advice here is. So the advice is stay strong, strength. There you go. Self-love, unconditional love, self-respect, courage, be brave. All that sounds very cheesy, right? But listen, the strength energy is, I said this to somebody, I'm like, listen, I'm tapping into my New York energy here. The strength energy is Leo. Leo is the landlord of the 5th house of romance and fun. This is the advice. Cancer, you need to have a good time, and this is a falling in love. This is a love affair energy. This is friends. This is hanging out with your kids if you have any. This is doing what you want to do for fun, doing fun things, focusing on fun things. Focusing on what you do because you want to do it, because you love to do it, things that you enjoy, but it is also the card of romance and falling in love. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is about a strong foundation. So this is like a reunion energy as well, like a coming home, celebrating with family and friends, reconnecting with old people and old friends, old connections, and sort of like a very celebratory vibe. I mean, people you used to hang out with. It really like a nice energy. And that's what's going to help you feel very grounded and rooted right now. But we do have, right, that is a reunion energy. And then we have the Six of Cups is another reunion energy, right? We do have this energy. It's nostalgia, right? It's feeling nostalgia, but this is a hearkening back to the past. Now, this certainly doesn't mean, like, maybe right now you're in the space where it's like, you're feeling a lot of pain because of an argument. And maybe that argument was a blessing in disguise, meaning rather than it being a bullet dodged, maybe it was something that needed to happen so that they could see the reality of a situation and process something that needed to be processed in this relationship. Or this could be somebody totally different. This person could be out and somebody new from your past, maybe that you went to school with, maybe you used to work with them, but there's a hearkening back to the past. Or this could even be meeting somebody that you never met before, but feeling a sense of family with them, right? Where it's like a soul connection, that kind of thing. But there is this hearkening back to the past. But I have to tell you, getting this with the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups, there's definitely this going back to a past kind of situation, right? Dealing with like old friends, old family, and there's some sort of nugget of a gift there waiting in that connection. And this is the advice here, though. So I really like this. And then we have the Seven of Coins, which means there's a new cycle here. Beautiful. Seven of Coins, this is where like the Four of the World and the Three of the Trinity meet. It's like where heaven and earth intersect. And this is an energy of patience and hard work, but there being delayed success, and there needs to be this idea of waiting, maybe as you get together. But I do feel like there's this romance with somebody from your past, but you're going to have to be patient. And this is the advice here, is connect with somebody from your past. And I know I like when I say that, and a lot of your comments crack me up. It's like, nope, nobody in my past that I'm interested in. Well, I don't know. You might not resonate with this energy then, because whoever's resonating with this is, and I'm not talking about even anyone who you were previously intimately involved with. This could be an old friend that all of a sudden you see in a different light, or somebody new, but you feel a sense of family with them, soul connection from a past life. What's the final outcome? Fabulous. That's what it is. 10 of Cups. Yep. 10 of Cups. We have that working with the King of Cups. Very supportive energy, very tolerant, very empathetic. I love it. This is Libra and Scorpio. Libra and Scorpio. Now, listen, I feel like for a lot of you, I want to speak first to the people who say, yeah, you know what, I've been thinking about calling that person. I've been thinking about reaching out to that person. Maybe not this person, maybe this person. Doesn't matter. What is the little caveat with the 10 of Cups? There's got to be communication. With the King of Cups, the King of Cups is the king of the water signs. It's the emotions and all of that. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Right? It's more than that, though. What does he do? How does he actually become empathetic? Why is he so supportive? Well, because he's a Libra and a Scorpio energy in astrology. So Libra is that 7th house of partnership, and Scorpio is that 8th house of how we show up as a we, but it's also about transformation. So it's like Libra, the scales, ruled by Venus, fairness in a transformation of something. So it's being able to sit down and have a healthy conversation about what needs to change moving forward. And it's about really addressing any pain that was experienced in this relationship. Because the 3 of Swords is the card of pain, and there are many ways we can hurt each other. It doesn't mean that there was a third party. It could be, but there's some sort of heartbreak here. Maybe they just up and left you for no reason at all that you know of, and all of a sudden, whatever, now they want to come back around, or you're willing to take them back, or whatever the case. Whatever it is. Now, if you hurt them, they have to be able to communicate it to you, right? But that's for some of you, right? So that you can have this new beginning. You're going to know if that resonates with you. Others of you, we have this 10 of Cups energy coming in because you're meeting this King of Cups energy. And you're going to be releasing any of this 3 of Swords energy so that you can have this new beginning. Because what is the King of Cups going to be helping you with? Whatever pain you're feeling with the 3 of Swords. Because they understand. They're very patient. They're very tolerant. They're very supportive. They understand that you've been through a lot. And that opens up the door to brand new love here. Now, it could be 2 things at once. This could be a brand new person. This could be the person from your past that's helping you deal with this energy. And they're very tolerant and patient for you. But you're having that communication about either the pain that you felt in your connection with them, or you just feel like you can work through the pain and disappointment of the relationship that you just had, right? Could definitely show up, one way or the other. But that is what I see here. Pretty clear. Lots of messages there. Lots of messages. Let's see what's going on with your person. This is a subjective read, Cancer, so you might not agree with what comes up with them. It's from their perspective, okay? Tower. Sword. Lovers. So things look better for you in the outcome than they do. I'm sorry, cross watchers. I mean to. We have the Tower starting off. Tower is an unwanted change, right? Upheaval. They might have been the one to end it. You might have been the one to end it. It doesn't matter. But there is absolutely, like, the red flags were there. Nobody was paying attention, and now it's come down. Now, they might be going through a Tower moment internally right now. Keeping it real. They could be, right? Where they're in this sort of like having this existential crisis about what it is that they want, need, and desire. Who am I? Where do I want to go? What am I doing in my life? Kind of energy. It could certainly be that. 7 of Wands, they're in the space of feeling like they need to defend themselves, right? Where they feel like they need to defend their wants, needs, desires, all of that. It's with 7 of Wands, though, is like feeling very defensive, feeling like they need to draw a line in the sand. So this could be feeling like they need to defend themselves to you, or maybe to their family or their friends or somebody else, but this need of defense is definitely happening there. 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords is it's time to compromise and make a decision. So, having this crisis internally, I suppose it's healthy that we all go through a Tower moment at least a few times in our life. How else do we grow? But the Tower really is the energy of, if I keep doing what I did, I'm going to keep getting what I got, and I really need to figure out my stuff. That's the Tower. It's like, oh, guess what? The way I've been thinking, it's not working for me anymore. That kind of thing. So it's very healthy in that way if you're dealing with a partner who's going through that. If it's not resonating with you as the end of a relationship, for many of you, it could be those two things can be true at once. The relationship ended and they're trying to figure out their stuff. But they're needing to make this choice, right? And this Two of Swords energy here, right? Time to compromise and make a decision. But then we have this working with the Death, which is about big changes, endings. Time to move on from something. Time to move on from something. This is where they're at. But let's take a look at their blocks. So their blocks is pain. They got the card of pain that's blocking them. So if you're in a space of feeling like they don't care, even if they're acting like they don't care, as so many people do when they're having like weirdness in relationship, it's like, I'm fine. Or, you know, maybe you're not feeling good about yourself, so you feel like, oh, they probably don't care. No, I feel like they're hurting. They're definitely hurting, because that's the first card up as the block. Oh my gosh, they got the same card as you as a block. 3 Cups. They don't want to party. They don't want to hang out with their friends. They don't want to deal with any. They just want to be by themselves for a minute. They want to be by themselves. Another block, Queen of Cups. Yeah, they're not feeling very, they're having a hard time healing from something. They're not feeling very supported. They're not feeling very nurtured. They're having a hard time. Also, they're feeling very blocked in articulating what it is that they even want to feel grounded, rooted, and safe and secure. They're not even sure what they want. This is a person, Cancer, I'm sorry, but I feel like they're super, super confused. And then we have the 8 of Wands as the last block, which is really about good news coming in, right? Definitely could be like a reconciliation energy, like waiting, like you haven't heard from somebody, waiting. But this is a block. This could be them calling you, you calling them, in order to just address things and incite some sort of like clarity, even if not a moving forward type of thing. They're very blocked though. They're very blocked. So I don't feel like they're in a very like, oh, the hell with Cancer kind of space. I'm not feeling that at all, right? Now, as far as the advice for them, this is just advice. Doesn't mean this is what they're going to do. But what they need to do is they need to make a decision in love. And specifically what this decision is are they going to work at it as hard as you? Because that's what's required here. It's about partnership and deep love and the strength of two together and all of that stuff. But what does that even mean? Well, it means that, okay, our relationship's not perfect, but we both have to be equally willing to show up and work at it together. And that's what the Lover's energy is. It's really more than anything. It's the need to make a choice. And when you make that choice, if you guys are going to work on the same page, then you have the blessing of Archangel Raphael to really work with you guys, which is great. The second advice card is the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is about a new approach, new creativity, definitely a new approach here. Ace is brand new, Wands are will, motivation, creativity, feeling very passionate, very motivated, but in a brand new way. Ace is new. So it's not going back to anything that was. It's just not. Then we have the Chariot. They have to leave whatever toxicity they have had themselves embroiled in. Maybe they've been hanging out with the wrong people. They've been getting bad advice from their family, their friends. They've been very entrenched in some sort of maybe addictive behavior that's not serving them. They're, anything that's negative, they have to get on there, like action and change, get out of Dodge here and go towards what actually matters. Now, Chariot is the Cancer energy in astrology. So it's, their advice here is, close the page on whatever it was up to this point and really look at the future. This is a Sun in Aries energy. This is a new path, a new perspective. This is teamwork. This is being called forth by somebody to go on a new path. That's what they have to do. I'm going to say this, and I hope this doesn't confuse you, but this is what I'm feeling, Cancer. I'm feeling this is with or without you. This is what they have to do because they've been getting in their own way, having to do with relationship. So this is something they have to do, whether they're going on this 3 of Wands journey with you or whether they're going on this 3 of Wands journey with somebody else. This is what they have to do for themselves because they don't seem, no matter how upset you seem, it seems like they're a little more messy in the emotional space. It just does. They may not be showing this to you, but that's what I'm seeing here. Now we have as a final outcome, let's see. We have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords is definitely an energy of conflict. This is somebody coming in, serving up some truth pudding, and it's super uncomfortable for them. But this is going to serve some sort of lifestyle change. So there's a big change that they're going to be pushed to make. So going back to the advice of the Chariot, they're going to be pushed to make some sort of change in their life because of some sort of truth that's delivered. But they're very, very protective of themselves. We get the Four of Coins energy. And you might be dealing with somebody who's very concerned about money, right? Where they're almost greedy. And hey, greed sounds so negative, but they have a very very strong desire, let's say, for long-term security. Like money matters to them. But this could be to the point of where it's like an obsession. Maybe they're getting pressure from other people in their life regarding this. It could certainly be that. But that's the truth of the matter is that, and that is stressing them out. We get the the Nine of Swords here, which is about nightmares, anxiety, grief, depression, feeling, ruminating thoughts, trying to figure out what the right thing is. And the final energy here is we have the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is just definitely like a new strategy towards whatever it is that they're doing right now. So this could be a new connection, right? Because Page of Wands is that, wands are will, it's motivation, and it's also passion, and the wands are a phallic symbol, and pages is something new. It's also indicative of a level of immaturity, right? So they may be recognizing that they may be a little too immature to be in part of something, or they may be questioning, if they want to get involved in something else, or maybe they don't want to be in this relationship. Maybe they want to try out. This sounds terrible, but maybe there is, let's say if you guys have been together for a long time and it's not working and they're feeling like they're not getting what they want. I feel like a very confused energy. Let me try to put this into words because I feel like it's important. I feel like it's like you have all of the boxes checked, and I feel like that might even scare them. You might have all of the boxes checked, except you might be dealing with somebody who's a little too concerned about the material realm and not enough on substance. So they might be in this space where they think the grass might be greener on the other side, right? If they try out a new energy, but they're approaching it from a very immature mindset, if that makes sense. Not a comfortable outcome for them. There's no comfort here. Knight of Swords with the Nine of Swords, and feeling this level of greed and this focus on long-term security, and okay, let me go and make a new connection and see if that works out. Not very healthy, I have to tell you, Cancer. I don't get that they're a bad person. It just seems like this is a person who has their priorities a little crooked right now. And you don't want to be on the receiving end of that, which is, let's go back to your reading, you getting the Wheel as the second energy of after the conflict. Yeah, you're being watched from the other side, my friend. Somebody does not want you with that energy. And yeah, cool. I like that for you. Okay, we have Seduction. Let's see what's going on here. Dragonfly, and the cards, cassette. I'll pull them up and show you. I don't read these in reversals. Okay. So we have Seduction working with the Axe. So Seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation. Could be a third-party interference as well. That's being clarified by the Axe. Breakup, separation, stopping the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment. Then we have cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. And we have that clarified by talking. Interested, conversing more, awaited message arrives, text, email, phone call, hovering. This is fine because this is like this is what we got, right? And the advice, right? Talk to somebody. Then we have a hand of cards for you. Take a chance, risk. Not showing your hand, taking a chance though, gambling. Hand of cards. Lightning, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany. So something shocking coming in. No shock there, especially we have Uranus and Mars conjunct Taurus at 6 degrees. Woohoo! You know, this is going to be happening. And it's in your 11th house of goals and where you see yourself going. So something could be coming in. And then we have Dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light. Adapt, change, heal. And then we have this clarified by photograph. Looking at your photos, nostalgic, but making new memories. Ha! So yeah, I feel like you might be connecting with somebody else from your past. I don't know. That's what this says. This keeps coming up throughout your reading, so it's got to resonate with somebody there. Okay, my friends, that is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Remember, this week is going to be a little trippy, so breathe, especially 19th into the 20th. You guys take care. Be safe. See you next time. Bye-bye.